Hey there. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody had a good weekend. If you were trying to play Final Fantasy 14, you probably did not have that great of a weekend. It was impossible to get into with a bunch of error codes and ridiculously long queue times. So I was kind of nervous about how today was going to go. So I jumped on earlier and tested, and check this out. Oh, whoops. Let me do something real quick like. I'm gonna make it all tiny for just a second, bear with me. Okay. There we go. I needed on I switched screen setups earlier, but I want to go back to my normal setup. Check this out. There's gonna be, I checked earlier, it's totally normal. Like a queue of 30 people. Crazy times. So my last playtime that I got, pro tip for anybody, I got a 60-day time card from Newegg, and it was actually like 20% off or something. So I'm waiting until the very last minute to try to see if I can find one on sale. But they do apparently go on sale sometimes. So I'm waiting to see, and then if I get to the very end and I haven't had a sale, then I'll just renew at normal price. But no reason to do it now when I can hold off and hopefully get a sale. I like, saving money is always great. But I am a big, huge, giant fan of getting something at a discount, always. So I did make Testley Testerson just to test the Vieira. And I think he's pretty cool looking. I like him a lot. I may switch over to him. I kind of want to see. I'm waiting to see if I get a good. No, I will not switch over to him. I may Fantasia this guy into this guy's appearance. But I'm waiting to see if I get any helmets that I really want to wear, because I usually do not wear a helmet at all. Most of them I've found don't look good on my character. Partially maybe because I'm playing as a dancer and you get a lot of goofy kind of hats as a aiming job. So you get the aiming gear. A lot of it's very goofy looking. But I'm going to switch jobs eventually as well. I'm going to play through all the different jobs, and I want to make sure all that stuff is good. I also, I kind of had this little seed in my brain that maybe I want to play as a Lalafell. Is that weird? That's weird, but I do want to. So yeah, you can see this is a little higher than normal, and I checked earlier and it was only 30 something. So it's already jumping up pretty quickly. Somewhere between like 16, the low teens to the high 30s is totally normal for a Monday morning. 77 is a little on the higher side, but not by much. That is doable. Everybody's back at work. Suckers. Yeah, and so I am now in the post-patch for Shadowbringers. I'm in the Shadowbringers, post-Shadowbringers quest. You know what, let's see. Let's see if I can get it. Well, I tried this before. I'm in the patch stuff for Shadowbringers. So that's where I'm at. I spent some time clearing out my inventory, and this is the best I could do at the moment. Actually, I have a bunch of stuff to sell, but there we are with that. I redid all my hotbar, so this may be pretty messed up, actually. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be interesting, because I've got this all mixed up, and I think that possibly I left off some stuff that I needed. I've moved around literally everything, but it matches up better with how I actually play. And I realize I have a bunch of freaking empty slots still. So this is good. This will be good for my other classes that I want to play that have a little bit more complicated moves. And I know that I still will get at least one or two more moves during Endwalker. So that leaves me some room there. What else has been going on? I tried to play over the weekend quite a bit, and I got into the queue finally. I think it was Friday night. Could have been Saturday night. It all becomes a blur, you know. I got through the queue and got into the game, but by the time I got in, it was like 12:45 a.m. and I bailed. So there's that. I also, similarly, also too as well, I considered, I think I'm going to switch up a little bit my stream strategy. So rather than just do the MSQ and people watch, well, I don't know. I'm giving some thought to changing it up. I haven't decided for sure. Maybe it makes more sense. I'm so close. Maybe it makes more sense to just get through the Endwalker MSQ and then switch it up, right? Like maybe I should just keep playing until I'm caught up, and then that way I have the option. I think that's more likely what I'm going to do. But either way, I had considered doing other things today, like doing different like challenges and like maybe some funny stuff on here and just kind of messing around in the game. The kind of stuff that I haven't felt like I've had time to do while I'm trying to plow through these MSQs. But that kind of felt disrespectful to me. I didn't like the idea of hogging a server spot or kind of flaunting that I'm in, you know, while people who have been trying to get in, maybe they're at work. And then I think, you know, tonight when people are off work, it's going to get crazy again. Because right now it's definitely, it's 9 a.m. Here for me in my time zone. That means it's 10 a.m. on the East Coast and 7 a.m. on the West Coast. So I don't know if it would be very respectful to kind of flaunt that I'm able to get in when other people are not. And so I thought I should focus on progress. You know, that doesn't mean I have to do the MSQ. But I was kind of thinking of like doing other goofy stuff, like jumping on things and just setting up like funny scenarios and stuff. I don't want to give away too much right now in case it doesn't really, I haven't solidified exactly what I'm going to do. But I was thinking, you know, as I was coming up with some ideas and brainstorming a little bit, I thought let's not rub it in the face of people who can't get in and really want to. So there is that. I do think that I need to play the game, you know, as normal, at least for now, until the server situation kind of resolves itself. What else? I'm waiting for the party finder, duty finder, to bring me to Grand Cosmos. I thought about just going with those little... Here, I'll join this fate. We got a lot of guys over here. Let's do a fate. I thought about doing the, what do you call it, a trust or whatever you do it, where you bring your NPC guys with you. I definitely thought about doing that way to do this dungeon. But they are so slow. Their DPS is low. I have to go and pull for the tank if we want to have bigger than like one group of mobs at the same time. So it ends up taking a lot longer. So if it can stay around 7 minutes to get in, that's definitely the move. Let's see, I'm still trying to figure out how technical step really works. Because I'm just a little dumb baby. Nussnacker. Nussnacker? I don't think I like that. It sounds gross or something. Hey, look, the guy that I was helping didn't die. And then leave me to do the quest by myself. inevitably killing me. I got a bicolor gemstone. That's the very first fate I've done in Shadowbringers stuff. So that's cool. To the north. Ooh, look at that Nimbus. Go, Nimbus, go. Let's see, and I'm really glad I did not spend a ton of time trying to find the Aether Currents, because guess what? Most of them have been removed, and now you have to get way less of them. Okay, if this doesn't start changing here in just a minute, I think I will go back and get... I'll do the trust thing, I think, because... Really, I can't jump that tiny stone wall. These definitely were not here before. By the way, they've moved some of the Aether Currents as well. And they said they were going to. They seem a lot easier and along the main path now. But I might as well go and grab these while I'm sitting around waiting. But I'll give it maybe 2 more minutes, and if we still don't have a single party member, I think in that case I will scoopity doopy. Is that a thing? Scoopity doopy? Ooh, I have a question that could be interesting. This could be very interesting. How? I'm gonna look real quick. I'm looking up here. How do you unlock the new classes? Do I have to starting job quest? Let's see. Ah. That is what I'll do while I wait. Never mind. Never mind. We are going to Ul'dah for just a little minute. Let's go. Okay, we're going to go unlock Reaper. We're going to go unlock Reaper. Never mind. Every freaking time. I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. That's good. That's good. That's what I want. I want to get in. Where is the... There we go. Killer Instinct. We're going to become a killer. A killer Reaper. Reaper? I just met her. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too obvious, if you will. And yet, I'm still really proud of it. Actually, I like it. Let's do this. Let's continue with our MSQ. Because we are MSQties. It's always kind of weird when we're going in like this this place to... We're trying to convince this guy. I believe it's that guy. We're trying to convince a guy here to help us. Whatever, it's kind of, well, I was going to say it's kind of serious part of the story, but then the music got all silly. But my point was going to be, it breaks immersion a little bit when you go into a kind of serious part of the story, and then somebody in there is dressed as Santa. All right, that is not probably what was intended. Just guessing. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm guessing that was not what the devs had in mind when they made this part of the quest. They weren't thinking, this is a good time for Santa. I'm just guessing. Don't you die on me, Calliope. Oh, man. Okay, wow. My keybinds are all weird. I don't think I like that. I think I want to switch that. This should be right there. Nope. Nope, that's not right. That should be right there. 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 Let's try that. Okay, yeah, I've messed that up somehow. I tried to recreate kind of how I liked where I had my buttons set up, but I didn't like the interface for it because it was hard to remember which one was which. And now that I've changed it, that doesn't seem to be helping a ton. And in fact, it's just messed me up a little bit. But look at it. It'll be good in the end. See, so how I have it set up is these are all my 1 through 6. I have short little hands. Short little fat hands. Little stubby little fat hands. And that is not conducive to hitting faraway numbers on the keypad. Or on the number bar, if you will. And so I have 1 through 6 only set up for now. Okay, that could always change. I have all these extra buttons if I need to. But for now, I'm doing just 1 through 6. And then the rest of these actions are on my mouse. I have 2 rows of 3 mouse buttons. And I really like this mouse. It's a Logitech something something. But it's a gaming mouse. It doesn't have 1,000 buttons like some that I've seen. It just has 2 rows of 3 on the side. But this way, look, it matches the 2 rows. Okay, so this is the 2 rows of 3. Bottom row, top row. This is the 2 rows while I'm also holding control. And then this is the 2 rows while I'm also holding shift. So that is how I'm doing it. Whoops. Alright, let's do this number. Whoops. Yeah, actually that is the right number to do. But I was trying to do this number. Don't hurt me. Don't you do it. Oh. Oh, no. They trying to sweep me. They trying to sweep me. Don't you do it to him. Wow. Okay, we're about to get hit with Shadow Bolt. What is that going to do? Something bad, probably. Alright, I'm going to try this move. Oh, that's a good one. Let's hit him with my dance moves. Hey. This guy seems very easy. Other than the brooms, which are kind of weird. This just overall doesn't seem that big of a deal. Yay. Got anything good for me? Nope. I'll greet it. I'll greet the healing one. Ain't no problem. I mean, that axe thing that the Reaper's using, it's pretty sweet. Oh, gross. Some kind of spider monster? Spider plant? I don't love that. I do not love that. I don't know if I mentioned just a minute ago, but I did finish out my Dancer quest line. So I got Technical Step. I had been putting that off forever. Actually, I may have done that on stream last time. I don't even remember. Alright, let's go. Let's get Peloton. Come on. Come on. Whoop, get out of this cone. No coney. I like the Dancer's rotation pretty good now that I have all or most of the moves. It's very simple, but at least when we have these giant groups of guys, it's pretty satisfying. The font of quintessence is closed off. Okay, how do I read this? Just normal, right? I want to stay in the not green. Whoops. Okay, now these things have risen up. That's no problem. It's no problem for big ol' us. I don't know why I'm so hurt. Whoa. I don't understand. Oh, we're all wiped. Great. Didn't understand that at all. I am a terrible player. You got this, tank. Gardener's Hymen. You got this, tank, for sure. Why wouldn't you be able to get this? Oops. I'm gonna write that. Oops. No, I'm not. That was a big ol' oof. Let's run together, Queens Elect. We're both kitty cats. Wait, are we all kitty cats again? Oh no, that girl's ruining the whole thing for everyone. Oh no, she's a kitty cat too. We're all kitty cats. Meowth. And I'm the only boy kitty cat. I like this music that it plays, okay? But I feel like it's overused a little bit. Like, I'm not sick of it. I just think I'm sick of it in a way of not like a negative sick of it, okay? So usually when you get sick of something, it's like, oh, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't mind hearing it still. It's just, it feels like it's for every single... I guess every expansion has had like a generic boss fight music, right? It just feels like it comes up a lot, but that's just probably me tripping. I'm just probably tripping. That's okay. I'm just a crazy boy. Okay, I'm trying to hit him with all of my magic. Ode to Lost Love. Okay, now he's doing direct seedling. Yes, okay, and I'm in the green, so I'm doing good. Right? Oh, we're supposed to kill these? Oh, we gotta grab them. Okay. Grabbed. And now what? Oh, we put it in the dark part. Got it. So they just instantly die. Okay, well that's helpful. See, I can follow what everybody else is doing. What? Why am I... Okay. I don't like getting hurt. Okay, guy? Okay, pal? Oh, yikes. Okay, I'll go over here. Don't worry, guys. I'll go way over here. Okay, that hurt me a little good. So last time I was hanging out right here and I just got. Not sure what happened there. We're doing very well this time, though. I think Ode to Lost Love is just like the standard damage dealer. Okay, let's take... Okay, that one's good. That one's good. That one's good. They're all good? Are they going to move one over? Is that what's about to happen? Yes. Okay. So I didn't realize that. That one's on me a little tiny bit. I'm trying... Dude, why did you get in the same one as me, you freaky deaky? I needs heals. That was very rude to get in the same little slot as me. I have to say. Very rude. I will be speaking to his manager. Okay, I can get poisoned. I probably got super poisoned on that last one when I died. Which is fine. Everybody died, so it's not just me. I'm going all the way in the corner. Don't follow me. Yay. Okay, we got scouting and slaying. Is that cool looking? That's kind of cool. I'm gonna greet it. Is this cool? War earring. 80. Pass. Oh my gosh, I'm about to start needing earrings again. I just realized that. I've been wearing the Menfina's earrings that came with the Endwalker pre-order. That give you an additional 30% experience. Why did this guy just say K? Oh, 1 sec. Let's do it. With wings of dreams, grind... With wings of dreams to grind their bones. That's yuck. Or it's hot. Depends on what they mean by grind their bones. Although I'm thinking they don't mean it in a cool way, since their name is Seeker of Solitude. The cool way wouldn't really be solitude casting. Sure, I'll greet it. Alright, I quit this game. You can't even jump on the table. I do my little dance. I do my little dance. Then I do your little dance. Okay, I definitely see a change I need to make with my buttons. Yep, this should be here. This should be here. This should be here. Yep. It's all about being cool. Right? Let's heal. Look, I'm the healer. Look, I'm the healer. No, that didn't feel right either. Nothing is cool. No, that's not right. I definitely just messed that up. Okay, let's switch those back. You know what I think it was? Oh, that can't be right. Let's just leave it how it was. Yes, I'm overthinking things. Yes, I tend to do that. To see what's funny is too, now the buttons are laid out exactly in the way that they like. They're laid out on screen exactly the same as what they are on the keyboard or on the mouse. And still I can't get my head around it. To be fair to myself a little tiny bit though, I do have to watch what's happening on screen and I can't just look at the bar. And I have to be quick with these. So, back off me. Lord Tolthul. Look at all them ghosts. Huh. Huh. Ooh. Ouch. My arms are sore. Do I have a bruise? No. You have sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus. Our guests yet want for company. Come on, Lugus. He's cool. Wait for me. I'm coming. Here I am. Alright, let's go ahead and do some technical dancing. Okay, something's happening to me that's bad. Okay, how are you supposed to read that? I think maybe it's anything that's closed in. Okay, not... Oh, no, 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 no. What do I do? What do I do? What did they say? Over here? They said... Okay, come on. I can't read it while it's... I'm not gonna do good. I just want y'all to know that. Because I have no idea what's happening. No, come on, target the bad guy. Target the bad guy. Alright, don't get me blue. What do you do when it's blue? When it's blue... Blue flame, red flame. That's all they said. So, very helpful. Okay, we got a crystal chandelier here. I'm about to get the otherworldly heat. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. How would that hurt me? Okay, I'm about to get more flame on me. Yes. The mortal flame is searing my flesh. Okay. Oh, we gotta set something on fire. We gotta transfer it to something else. It's kind of a funky mechanic. What? What? What's he gonna do? Alright, I need to get a guide for this one. Lugus. Final Fantasy 14. Do Reapers have a revive? Probably not. You guys can kill it, right? All by yourself? You got it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What is the one where he... Okay. I don't know how I was supposed to live through that one where he lunges at you. I think I'm just a squishy little dancer. You're dead, right? You're dead now? You can't. Oh, nice. Is this guy going to be able to do it? This is kind of awesome. This is kind of fun to watch in a stupid way. I think he's going to get it. I really do. I think he's going to get it. And I'll tell you what. This is why I like to be with the real group instead of my little alphanos. Although I do miss Alphano now, so it's a little wonky, if you will. A little wonky. Oh no. What a great try by that guy. So why am I a terrible dancist? Is my question. I mean, I know I'm not good at the mechanics and stuff because I don't know them. Big War Energy. That guy's definitely an Asmongold fan, huh? Not that a lot of people are not. I hope Asmongold's doing okay. I know he was taking a break from streaming and stuff for a little bit. And I don't blame him one bit. I just hope he's doing alright. He's been posting little updates and stuff, I think. I don't follow closely. I just, I feel for him. With everything that happened. For whatever that's worth. Alright, let's go ahead and just do my Harvest Dance, my signature move. Okay, so I should know these moves now, I believe. Scorching right, he's going to hit his right. Stage right. I almost messed that up. I never said I was the brightest. Otherworldly heat. Okay, he's hit me. That's such a weird one. Captive Bolt is a tank buster. Mortal Flame. Screw you, curtains. Fire's Domain was the one where he does AoEs. Why did that just not hurt that bad? This game's weird. I got him. What is that purple void right there? Is that a Reaper thing? Yes. No? Our healer died. Okay, his right. That would be this way. We can do this. I'll just be our primary healer for a minute. Ouch. Let me hit my own personal heals real quick. That's Tank Buster, right? Gonna hit us with that culling blade. This should heal all of us up a little bit. Scorching left. Just live, guy. Just live. We got this. We got it this time for sure. Hit me with that otherworldly heat. I'm gonna have a heal in just a minute here. So, we got 10 seconds, then I'll be able to heal. We're good. We don't need a healer. Check it out. Boom. Got you with those heals. That'll help. Yay, yay. Ooh, a warg jacket of aiming. I wonder if that's better for me, because I went and talked to the crazy guy in the little cave underwater. And, like, I'm going to give a commendation to the DPS. Okay, we got a warg jacket that's much better for me. Need. Cosmos decoration. We always agree to... Oh. It's like standard that you need roll limited stuff, right? It's... I don't want to be a douche and need it when everybody else is greeting it, but I think everybody just needs it if you don't have it. You're weird. Oh, he's actually one of those guys.
Backlug, it's good to see you again after all these years.
Backlug?
And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain.
Huh. So sassy, Crystal Exarch.
We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrade's very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all. I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
Fair.
But I know that the Mo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
I love how they throw in dog commands, and that's what triggers these Sumuk or whatever, Sumuk.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again.
Why not?
That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
What happened?
You know not what you ask of me, what horrors my knowledge has wrought.
You're right. We would never misuse it, though. We nice.
You wish only to save your friends. Nothing more?
Right.
Do you swear it?
Yeah.
Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Of course.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
True. He just, or she, or whatever that is, just goes without saying a word. Let's go, we did it. There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beck Lug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I have ever sought to convince, not compel. Yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Orianger shared his knowledge of the new Mu with us. Had he not, Beck Lug wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. Yep. To the Crystal Tower. I can enter the Grand Cosmos. Cool. I'm pretty sure I already could have. We mustn't dally here any longer, Doc. If Beck Lug is to hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present. Yeah, okay. I'm coming. Let's check out this work jacket. Ooh, that is... Look at my big old tail. Look at me. Look at lil old me. Spiffy. Spiffy. Okay. We are going to the Docile Gate. I love that new interface. I love that you can see the quests on there. You can see where the different things are. You can see everything you want to in the whole wide world. Just kidding. But it's great. Let's go. Do you like my tail?
You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing, but that you hail from another world as well?
Correct.
Everything we told you of the source, the shards, the seven umbral calamities, all of it is true.
True.
I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you will surely have noticed the peculiar nature of this source.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, it
Mm-hmm.
seems
See?
so
We right. We have evidence on our side.
that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own,
You right.
and your soul exist of
What does that mean?
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Northrend would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of all three of the senators. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own seems the very least we could do.
Why are you talking so quiet? But you're right.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself.
True. You're right. It was a good story.
Friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Northrend are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
Yeah.
You will help us then?
I will. I will see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Nemo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my field testing.
Okay. Fetch quest, you mean?
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Oh, I didn't nod. Why didn't I nod? Look at my shoes. What's going on there? I've got a weird look going right now. Okay, now surely I need to talk to Becklug. You've spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world? White auracite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there's no telling what may happen to their souls within the auracite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw aether from your surroundings. This process must be halted and the resulting surfeit of aether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head, corrupted by the Sin Eaters, their aether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why, do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I've seen their condition firsthand. Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for us all to accompany you. While you escort our guest to the inn, I will assist Orianger in creating the requisite auracite. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist with Becklug as necessary? Jace. Let us make for Am-a-ring then. Yes. Let us. Alright, see ya. Alright. Journey's head. Let's go. Alright, Becky. Becky Lug. What you got for me, Becky Lug? So, this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously toward the light. Toward stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all those poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We've defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the aether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vorbert. Then for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never ever to make it again. But for their sakes, I will break that oath. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Oh, we have it now. There you go. Boop. The tonic had no effect. What is this warmth I feel in my chest? That guy's better. Let's go help Voin. Voin, I got something for you. I feel warm, and my legs, they don't feel as heavy. So why didn't Todden come back to life? Very interesting. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The more severely affected show no response. As I feared then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow. And yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for their corporeal aether. Their incorporeal aether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. Whoops. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them, we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Nice. Alright, let's speak of the metaphysical. Let's do it. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you much of my past. That I was once a mage of the royal court of Volbert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hoped to do great things for the kingdom, but in the end my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the like of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. I'm going to say, now you have a chance to redeem yourself. That's how I talk now. That I do, a comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal aether. Do you think it can be done? Were the sky still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for the aether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with you doing whatever it is that needs to be done if it's all the same to you. Whatever reagents must be procured, or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well, your first task will be to gather the necessary materials. The purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphino, the water and clay may be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean... The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Fine. We'll pay a visit to Ilmeg. Though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're about it, seek out the Numau of Pla Eni. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs. Right. Let's get this over with, shall we? There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? Yeah, I'll go get some clay. Let's go. They call me Mr. Clay. Clay from Amarang would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? Scavengers, you say? Well, they may know the lie of the land, but I dare say they are more interested in the trinkets and baubles hiding in the earth than the earth itself. Now, miners, on the other hand... Okay, I know miners at Twine, all right? What's that? You know the miners of Twine? Perfect. Speak with them and you should have no trouble procuring what we need. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there's aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Bye. Magnus, I need to talk to you, Magnus. Doc, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just this moment finished repairing the Talos and trolley you lot took to Nabatharang. The trolley was no trouble, but Talos would have been another matter had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Chai Nuz. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley. But Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Doc didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? I see, and this familiar requires clay from Arang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays. But there must be some lurking around somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Buren mines to make adobe bricks. Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. I don't care about coyotes. Look at my little wolf jacket thing. Let's go get them. It's gonna be right over here. That's pretty cool looking. That was the wall of the flood, right? That Minfilia Hydaelyn monster was able to freeze to stop the flood from getting to all these places. And by all these places, I mean whatever zones that you go to during Shadowbringers are supposed to be the only areas that are left in the first. So that's cool. That's cool that that thing's over there glowing. Other than that, this zone is fairly generic and honestly not that cool compared to a lot of them. It's got a nice, like, it's fine, but there's just not that much distinct about it. But that helps. That makes it pretty cool. Also, some pretty cool sunlight coming in. Bruh, now I gotta kill you. Bruh. I'm just trying to go to my destination. My destination, y'all. Alright, let's kill him. Kill him dead. Kill him dead. Not Geiga Scream. That's... We don't scream Forest Rakos. We don't scream. That's what I'm trying to teach my kids. We don't scream. They haven't learned that one yet. They do scream. It's great. It's not great. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Alright, I'm hitting you with everything I got. That made me mad. Gonna hit this guy with all the big guns. Don't headbutt me, you butthead. Okay, so now I'm done, and I just need to... Get away from me, coyote. Go away. That was a weak little fetch quest. Right now I don't want filler, but I think people would have appreciated that after they beat Shadowbringers and then this patch came out. The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. No. You have the clay, I take it? I do. Here you go. 1 sack of clay. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Becklug, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there's a chance this spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect, and you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are a few in all of Norvrant more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Doc? Let's see. She's the best woman for the job. I'll give him my all for Halric, for Tesleen. Then we are all of a mind on the matter. Alize shall be the one to conjure the familiar. Yay! Conjure it up. I want to see you conjure.
Let us begin.
Indubitably.
I trust you've prepared clay.
You trust good. That's a big old lump.
Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy. Plump with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
A pig?
There we are. How's that?
What?
Well, it is certainly creative.
That thing's terrifying.
Denying that.
Yes, yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
That's always a good move.
Child, though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
Grotesque parody of reality.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
Alright, what's gonna happen? I hope that thing doesn't come to life. Because it's terrifying. Look at it.
With flesh of clay, I bid the rise. On wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Okay, good. It's cute. Thank goodness.
Not bad for a first attempt.
That could have been scary.
Now, let us see what can be done with young Halric.
Yeah, help young Halric.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
What are you gonna name it? Angelo? Why is he Angelo? Ah, Halrick's moving. What? His mom is dead, right? How is he, Becklug? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halrick. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. That is, to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via Arasite. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Becklug said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound like a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases. Or am I missing something? If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such treatment. Gabu. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halrick's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth aspected aether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow you speak of? I see. His condition does sound similar, yet there's much and more about the soul that remains unknown to even me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here. Work requiring patience. Of course, and as long as there's hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Becklug and see if you can't make some headway with their newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first, but I see you're not to be convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium, then. Finally, I've found you. Oh, that guy. Kai Shear, what are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai's beside herself, sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it I will be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on then, it's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Becklug. Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmore is at stake. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not to keep her waiting, eh? Eh, Hoser? I don't need to mount up. I don't know why I did that. We're going to the top of Yulmore. Whee! Well, not here seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. We're gonna find you, Dulia.
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
Lady Child, whatever's the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
What is it? Is it something dumb?
Alone? What of Master Child?
That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gold. With Lord Vorfrey out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see.
Mm-hmm.
After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well, no one wanted such responsibility.
That tracks.
Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself a dangerous stonework, so again, he is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced.
But then he bailed.
Perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
It's okay. We'll get him.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Child, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Some other reason for his absence.
Thanks, Yearning Heron 5C16725. I do want to become famous. I will buy followers, primes, and viewers. Wait, Just kidding. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're gone. I'm reporting it. I'm going to say attempts to scam. Scam link in chat. Bye. Cool. See ya. Please don't put that stuff in here.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
I don't think he fled. He didn't flee. He kind of wanted to. I don't know if he fled or not. This would be interesting.
And there you have it, Lady Chai.
Methinks.
Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return.
True, he wouldn't leave her. You got the right of it, Alfie.
Rest assured we will find him.
We will.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
What else can you do, you know? I need to clear out my inventory. I need to sell a bunch of stuff and all that stuff and, you know, all that stuff. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. To compare bloats later blonde. What up, Moen? Master Chai, why yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood. Concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vathry's apparently inexhaustible stores of mule, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. So that taught me about the stagnant state of business. That's great. Alright, let's go down to the buttress. Is that down here? No, that's down here. All the way at the bottom. How do I get over... I need to go to the Schmergelberg. What did it say it was called? The Southeast Derelicts. I can derelict my own paws, thank you very much. Derelict. I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts. And you could be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself. Something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. Looked like he was headed for Gatetown when I last saw him. Okay, so he's going to Gate Town. He's trying to figure out how to fix everything still. The question is, why wouldn't he tell his wife? You gotta tell your wife, brah. You gotta tell your wife where you're going. Or she's gonna get upset. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while, about his concern over the city's defenses, among other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vothri, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I proposed replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Kaluja as well, and I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Yeah, he went over to Gate Town to pick up people. This one's not a tough one to figure out. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? Yes, I have. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the Bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical, then, that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Doc, if you would go and make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I leave to you, Kaisher. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to me to be his next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. Good point. We're going to right. We're going to right. Kaluja. What's up, Hastelot? Or Hastelot? You tell me. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mistle gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Yulmore, or rather the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of meal and the chances of a lavish life among the free. And Vothri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Chai Nuz, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after. And that was that. Cool. Good point. Okay, so we're just going right over there to Top Rung. Up the ladder. You know, I should just make sure that there's nothing. Nope, I'm not going over there right now. Bring me up. Bring me up. To top rung. Let's go. So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gate Town as well, did he? Is that a guy or a girl? They're cool looking. It's a very cool looking person. I see. Kaishir and I gleaned much the same. He seemed determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Kalusia. The only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we're quick, we may yet catch up with him. Is that somewhere I can fast travel? No. Let's go. What's up, Chinas? What are you doing here, bruh? You can't just take off, fool. Come on. You're doing a good thing. Doc, Alphino, Kaishir. What are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word and bade us return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it. And when she gets an idea into her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you'd been elected mayor, and from what we have gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Kalusia, that much is true, but I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here? Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I am certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it's worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yulmore. But that dream's gone now, burst like a bubble. Or a boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphino, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze, but you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up Mount Gulg, didn't you? How hard could marrying be? You're going to steer Yulmore to a better future, I know it. And I want to help. Properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulmore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I am here, to find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man, exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is, or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Vothri's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them, they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he'll listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity? They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal, then. As I recall, you made rather a favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Greetings, friend, and to you too, Master Chai. I presume you are here to ask after Rendon? I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothri gone, Yulmore wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yulmore together, and that's still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore, and I would not see you suffer for Vothri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Yulmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes and the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this course, and prove to him Yulmore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change? I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. What the heck is Pit 8? We bout to find out. That's for sure. We bout to find out. That's for true. What's up, Golgnu? I like your one glowing eye. Hey, Rendon. Actually, it's Rundon.
Well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
Yes.
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens. Though they are indeed my friends. And only mine. Every true Laborans. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth. These villainies. The famous warriors of darkness.
Yup.
Are they now? Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever.
Mm-hmm.
Master Shai.
Your sentiments are admirable, but admirable sentiments do not a nation make.
True.
In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yule. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all.
Oh, sorry.
But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise All-Three was creating. And so I left my homeland behind.
Yeah, but see, we ain't no sin eater.
But you, Chinese, you were content to wallow
Chinese.
under false auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build. I can offer no simple answer to that question.
But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. Seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence,
Yeah,
In ignorance.
true.
Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with 4-3. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on.
You got a lot to do.
But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Brendan, can you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yule for the people. I rather like the sound of that.
Yeah, you do.
But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office. You would? You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
But which problem? You just said one. Any problem? Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Yulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah, yes. Meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. A combination of measures would seem to be in order, one to address the immediate issue of supply, and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My, think of all that by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. Humph. You've impressed me, Chinuz. Oh, I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Rendon, and one which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. Nice. I mean, we've done it before, so... He's going to make a real paradise where the robots go around and help everybody. Rendon is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have, which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Kalusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. Alright, let's go to top rung. Scree! That's where I am. Scree! This is kind of interesting, this quest line so far. But I do feel like it's dragging out a little bit. I did wonder what was up with these Talos, so that's kind of cool that they're dragging them back in. That's the first time the story has mentioned that there's Talos that are not active. I also wonder why when we needed those crystals so bad, surely these Talos must have whatever crystal. I can't remember what it's called, but there's like some kind of crystal that we needed to gather to power the Talos. First for the trolley, and then for the big giant Talos in the sky, that big guy right there. And it was kind of like a big plot line that there's not enough of these crystals that they need. But if those guys are walking around, surely they must have a crystal. We should have just killed them for it. Duh. Should make me mayor. Aha, the old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dastardly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of aether in a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once established, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I've said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That as it may be, Kaishir. But Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. All right, but if there's any trouble, we're calling it off. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says. These lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Good, then let's be off the quick way, through the north gate, and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. That would be cool if we could use our spyglass to, like, broadcast it somewhere. Keep a lookout for danger and alert Chai Nuz when it's safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out. Point the spyglass and point at him. Okay. Go. Go. Okay. Got him. Don't let it fall on you. I did it? I did it. Let's move on to another Talos, shall we? Sure. So we need to move when the bombs are not... Go. Go. Wait for it. No, that's a no. Okay, they're turned. Okay, they're turned. No. Go, go, go. I don't understand what's happening. Go. 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 Oh, I have to touch him. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. I just have to give him that little poke. Got him. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. Don't get cocky, old boy. You may leave the next one to me, Doc. He's gonna get in trouble, and I'm gonna have to come in and save him. I can just tell. For sure. Nope. Got him. Haha, that should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. Nice one, Chinese. Way to go, Chinese. Good job, guy. You got some giant robots with you? You're killing it. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it is plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands, would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick. Just have those Talos throw us over there. What a bop.
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
Nice. Way to go, Yulmore. Get some Talos up in her. Wouldn't that be terrifying, though?
Wicked white. Runaway Talos. Call the guard. Stay back, all of you.
Should we not have, like, kept up with them?
Darling, you're back.
You know it. Just for you, girl.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see. There, the nearest way I got.
Oh gosh, she killed him.
Ooh,
Lenny. Whoops.
It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take off.
Let's go, Chinese. You got it, brah.
Oh, how wonderful!
What? Okay, alright. That's cute, I guess. That was quite a reception. One Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Yulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Yay! Oh, I like that griffin. No need to fret, Doc. I've never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kai Shear, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gaytown and the derelicts? Course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Vothri's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend. Assuming he's available? Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown Lift will show you up. I don't want to be shown up. Nobody shows me up. Is what I'm going with. Let's grow. Wolvina Bab. That's quite a name. Man, excuse me, I'm having some allergies today. Good old allergies. Good times. What's up, Nunzilu? I should have just freaking teleported in the first place, but I'm just a dum-dum. You know, sometimes you're just dumb, you know? Or maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. I'm gonna jump over you, floating lady. Whoosh. There you go. Yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The Emergent is already filling up with the people of all persuasions, free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front. Right this way, sir. Alright, let's see this speech now. Be on the stage, fool.
Go on, dear.
Yeah, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. Before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? It is a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too.
Nice.
Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's beautiful beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthry.
True.
You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations. And I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness.
Good idea.
Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of tomorrow unless we first address the issues of today.
True. Talk about today.
Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere mad business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together.
It's going to take a village.
See these problems solved.
You're right.
The road before us will not be easy.
Nope.
And I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future.
Yes.
Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
For Yulmore. there's no way all these people would be on board. Some of these people would be like, nope, I'm never talking to the bonded. I'm free. I'm better than them. Never. Nope. Nope. And some of the bonded people would be like, nope, you guys were bad. Nope. Never gonna do it. But also, there's a lot of things that happen in this game that could never happen in real life, like teleporting and cat people and flying mounts and magic. So there's that. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all of this, it's that change begins with the individual. 'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all of these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big, for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Yes, of course. Hathen Bet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folk outside these walls that don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you've a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Doc. I hope to see you again before long. What a day. I don't know exactly what it means, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it's clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. We're working on it. So Alphino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends. In paradise. That paradise is gone, but something better's taken its place. And I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. Just a matter of taking the first step. Truly, to see Kaishir thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of this efforts here in Yulmore, We have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Luck's studies have borne fruit in our absence. I certainly hope so. It's been a minute, you know. It's like, come on. It's just like, come on. Let's go to the Docile Gate. Of all the gates to go to, the Docile one is my favorite. I don't know about my big bushy tail. I'm not really convinced that's the move. And also I noticed that the people around this Crystarian gatekeep, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I'm thinking that the servers are getting loaded up again. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote and, after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference and concluded at length that White Aura site was ill-suited for our purposes. But, Urianger, did you not say that, compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did, and armed as we are with Becklug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Auracite doth require. Thus the shedding of these fleshy simulacra, and the surfeit of aether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Auracite instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process, which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. Then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Doc, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga in Unai? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan Imperial Line. The Imperial Line. I thought that was a capital I. Why would I think that? I don't know. That was not... Let's try this box again from the start. I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan Imperial... Just kidding. The royal eye of the Allegan Imperial Line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Doc return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings unto Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Bye. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Obs. Come on. Bye. What's up, Tataru? Doc, you're back. How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Crowl will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. I'm not sure I will have time for that. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up early today. I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. So, yeah. Cool. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm hoping that the queue times will get a little bit better for everybody. Fingers crossed. We'll see. And I will be back on Wednesday and Friday this week. And same time. And we'll just keep going through the MSQ for now, I guess. That may change depending on what comes up. I may want to start doing some other stuff. I've got some ideas in my head. Don't know how they're going to come to fruition or not. Have a great rest of your day. See you around. Happy Monday. And thanks again for watching. Love you, mean it. Bye.